Alright everyone, hello, welcome back. We are once again continuing our adventures. They were just covered in spiders and have survived their spider encounter, but are down again, and...
Well, one of us is down again.
Yes,
One of us is down.
So, what's the plan now? As I said,
Right.
there was two other major rooms down here that looked like they might have had something. There's a storage room, which it does look like they're keeping a lot of the supplies for the castle in the said storage room, but maybe there's something else there. And then there's that really strange door.
At this point, I'm still dragging Orn. Tim is dragging Orn, and he turned back to Nokren and he said, "We're going to the priest. Bring the beast."
And Nokren is going to try and bring the beast.
There will be this, like, stain of blood that he'll try to drag behind you. Are you going to put something under him? Because you have to drag him to the castle.
Please do.
You have
Please
to drag him
actually
to the castle.
wrap him.
Yeah.
Like,
Should we knock the door off? Can we drag the door? Put him on the door?
Can't Nokren just
It's a lot
carry
heavier
him?
than him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Nokren,
Remember,
you just
he's
carry
like
him?
8 foot tall, stocky, muscular. He's like
Wrap
400
him in
pounds.
sheets.
Oh, Nokren's down, that's right.
wrap
Okay.
him in sheets.
Yeah, I'm just going to go to the guards if they have any sort of, anything that I can use to
Body
wrap him up
bags.
to... Body bag, something like anything I can use to transport him.
You're unconscious right now, Orn.
You'll have something.
Question.
Uh-huh.
This
How
is
about
for
a stretcher?
Tantus.
Yeah.
When he's dragging me, do we have to go upstairs?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I'm dragging you by the back of your collar. Your head is against my hand.
I'm more curious, like, does he have to make another strength check?
I'll give
I'm
it.
not saying it's going
I'll
well.
give it to him that he'll eventually be able to do it, and maybe Rufus can help.
I'll assist.
The plan here is that I will get to the church by the time that Nokren has already figured out how to wrap this giant beast,
Yeah.
lugged him over his shoulder, walked to the church, walked back partway, and helped me carry you the rest of the way.
I'm assisting.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
You'll eventually be able to make it there. A little exhausted, but still there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now here's me trying to transport the giant corpse of a beast thing.
You'll be able to do it eventually.
Okay, cool.
A little effort.
This is a very kind moment where we've just had two major things of combat, and Matt is like, all right, just you get the strength. You get it. It's fine.
Why are we taking the beast with us?
I don't know yet. I was told to, so I will.
Okay.
All right. You're at the cathedral with a, like, giant sheet with a thing in it, and with an unconscious Orin.
Orn.
Orin.
Yeah.
Or
I know you're used to Wednesday, but different names are
I
just
know.
close.
I know.
Audrey.
So at this point, Tim would,
Is everything all right? What's going on here? What is that?
Meh.
It was.
that's Orn. You met him earlier?
No, the thing in the sheet.
It was something.
Don't worry about that yet. Can you help
Okay.
me get Orn back up, please?
Oh, yes.
He's unconscious
allow-
presently. He just needs health,
Allow me
safety.
to help him. Give me a second. I'm going to figure out what he does exactly. He'll...
Thank you.
Also, I think we could all use a little.
Yeah.
Let me check here.
Is there a charge here as well?
He will not be charging you at the moment, at least.
Oh, that's very kind of him. I was gonna say it would be on me, but that's he outshone me there. So all right.
Okay. You see him concentrate for a second, and he casts a spell, and all of you will gain
Oh.
16
But-
health
I'm full.
as he casts Mass Cure Wounds.
I think we're all
Damn.
full.
I didn't lose any health to begin with, but yeah, me too.
That's more health than I have total.
I just instantly sit up, look around,
Can I bottle some of that?
cover
Yeah.
that thing more.
That's like
keep
the
it
most
out of
powerful
sight of
spell
the
he
pub.
knows, okay? So...
Oh yeah, no, it's fully wrapped up, so people would have seen us dragging a gigantic thing, but maybe not know what it is because it's gigantic.
It's a carpet.
And
Yeah, totally.
at this point, I assume the priest or cleric. I don't. I'm assuming he's a cleric. I actually don't know. You probably told me,
cleric.
but
Totally cleric.
yeah. Okay. I assume he's probably like walking over there and is curious about it now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't.
I'm gonna walk over because I'm assuming Orn is still on the ground here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
once inside.
Well, I'm sitting up at the moment.
Well, you guys are in the cathedral. You're just
Yeah.
like in like the back of it or something.
I'm gonna grab the cleric by the shoulder and say, best not to open that yet. We need to talk.
All right.
We went and met with the prisoner. Maybe you heard that the guards captured a prisoner.
I had not.
Well, have you heard of the beasts outside the wall, the savage creatures that seem to
yes.
go into a rage? Well, that's one of them.
Ooh.
Was.
We're not so sure. I have a question for you.
Yes.
You can perform resurrections, correct?
I personally could be able to do it, but I have none of the supplies. I have a number of scrolls, which are prepared with what needs with them.
Interesting.
I was
Now-
said to keep 3 for use for your adventures, just in case.
Well, I'm concerned. We faced one of these creatures and, well, with a sharpened spoon alone, he nearly cut down our friend Orn here. I would
More
like
injuries
to,
have been coming back than would be liked.
I'm just thinking that resurrections may be necessary should one of us fall.
If you can find some materials for me, I could prepare more of them, but there are only so much diamond in our castle as it is.
Yeah.
Understandable. If you give us a list of ingredients, then we will do what we can. Well,
The
Anything
spell
else?
requires diamond dust, to be exact.
nothing else?
Raid the Duke.
He
I
already
take
supplied
it
as
that-
much as he could.
I take it
I'm
he
now
wasn't
writing-
exactly holding back.
No, unfortunately,
Raid the
there is.
dwarves.
Unfortunately, there isn't a lot that we have left over. With some of the battles that were fought and the supplies we had, there isn't a lot of diamonds in town. There might be one place you can go that might have some more, but he's not the kind that would part with them easily, unfortunately.
Are you suggesting that we need to pay him or kill him?
I would not suggest the latter, because we are a civilized town, and why should we go to that level? But pay him, I would suggest. Gems, jewels, and other such, the store. That is where Mr. Moan works. Or owns it, I should say. He's the closest thing to a moneylender this town has. And he loves a good jewel.
Well, that's at least a start. Now, do you have a crypt or a location where we can perhaps house this creature?
There is a crypt around here.
It isn't the location you told us about before?
No. There is an actual crypt in town here. That is something that perhaps you'd want to check out. With the war coming, many of the Duke's men went in and stripped out a lot of the leftover jewels from a lot of the bodies, but I don't think they grabbed everything. Perhaps there's something down there that could also help you. And I am against grave robbing, but we don't have a lot of supplies here, and I understand a need for using whatever. And if Vargas, Mr. Moan, has more diamonds, maybe there's a gem or a jewel down there he would trade for it.
Now,
You would have to actually ask the Duke, though, for true permission. But I'm sure, with things that have happened there, he would give it. And we
Out
can
of
house the party
curiosity.
down there. There's a couple of open crypts.
Do you have any large chains?
No.
Do you know who would?
Probably
Not
one of-
boat chains necessarily, but
Probably
large enough
The
to.
Iron Fist brothers probably could either have something or whip something up.
Thank you.
What about the general store?
Maybe. I have not been by there to see what they have currently on supply. I cannot guarantee that Mr. Lightfoot would not have some chain in his stock.
And as far as supplies go, so we might not have to trek all the way back to the church here to heal poor Orn should he fall again. Do you have any supplies that we can purchase?
I believe Mother Knack has been working on some things. He might have something. And if you're looking for potions, most of them went to the war effort. But Miss Hall, she might have a few in her store. Still, I don't know what her supply is. Personally, I don't normally make those sort of things.
And there used to be a shop that sold magical items in town. Is that correct?
There still is. Vincent's Books and Scrolls. His, just about a decade ago, a little after I came in here and took over the church here, his great-nephew took it over.
Can you direct me there?
Yes.
Just
He'll give you directions to, if you look at the map, S. Is Vincent's Books
Where
and
is
Scrolls.
that? This is just I'm blind. Can you
Top
just...
of the map.
Top of the map. It's like...
Oh, thank you.
I thought
see it
that's
above
what
C9.
Stables
I
was
got it.
originally.
Yeah, gotcha.
Mhm.
Thank you.
And if you want to know, C3 is the gems, jewels, and such. S is Vincent's Books and Scrolls. Let's see here. C6 was the Iron Fist Brothers. C7 is Hall's Kitchen.
Bingo.
And C9 is JJ's Goods and Tools. So in that corner is the alchemist, or the alchemy shop, the general store, and the magic shop, kind of.
Cool.
So that corner is kind of filled with a whole bunch of shops.
And stables.
Well, the stables are right in front of them. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
I'm getting distracted by a cat, sorry. I got a stream cat.
I would turn to the companions at that point and say, well, I think we have some options laid out in front of us. The shop, the spell shop, is the one that I wanted to check out eventually. I've heard there might be something of interest for me there. I'm not in a rush. I think we have better things to do right now, but I do want to go there eventually. However, I think we have a matter to attend to. We need to figure out where to house this creature's body for the moment. And I do mean house. I think we should recover it again at some point.
May I ask a question?
Certainly.
If we tend to bring it back to life, why did we take it in the first place?
I'm sorry, who said we were going to bring it back to life?
I thought that was why you were asking about resurrections.
No, I
he
simply
just
think
wants to
that
keep us alive.
Yeah.
Orn
Or
might
rather-
die.
Well,
and I'm a little bit concerned.
someone's gonna keep going boom and knocking me off my ass.
If someone didn't question the efficacy of my spells, perhaps they wouldn't have been knocked on their proverbial behind.
Maybe.
Actually, literal behind.
No, proverbial. He doesn't really have one. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's rather flat.
I'm not supposed to be noticeable.
Even though I may be eye level to that, I try not to really stare.
Missing out.
So to the Duke it is for permission.
Note to self: Tim is an ass man.
So yeah.
Possibly gay.
So are we gonna go to the
Duke,
thing for Duke for permission?
you very easily could. I'll just say, like, you can get it very easily if you want to. Is there anything else you want to check in with the Duke while you have him?
Should we mention what happened to the prisoner?
Yes.
Possibly.
Why wouldn't we?
Yeah, probably.
I think he would like to know that we are at least capable of killing one of these beasts.
Yes.
While it's
I mean-
chained up.
He will regret that the prisoner is dead, but the prisoner wasn't providing any valuable information, and it was just kind of growling and eating stuff down there. So...
Could have fed it some spiders.
At this point,
I am going to mention we did clear out your spider problem down there.
we had a
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say
spider problem?
we're assuming
Yes.
that we left the big beastie body in the church for the moment.
It's just sitting there in the church right now.
Okay, all right.
You-
It's still wrapped up though, so like we're good. No
He
public.
can
is
probably cast like respite or pose whatever.
I was
gonna
say like maybe I
Mental
should have like
repose.
I don't know. Maybe I should have like cast prestidigitation around it to make it look like a shrubbery.
It won't last very long, unfortunately.
No, but you know, maybe just for fun.
You could have made it look like a carpet.
No, come on.
Yeah.
It's gotta look like a shrubbery at this point.
Yes. So what are you guys doing right now?
I think we-
Retrieving the body.
I think what we're doing is I would imagine we're going to the Duke to ask for permission to go down to the
Just
crypt.
did.
You said you have
Yeah,
permission.
you did. Okay, well then
We
I assume
already
we're going
have.
down to the crypts.
Okay.
we
With
want to
everybody.
buy potions before we do that, just in case.
Oh, you mean just in case there's combat and someone decides to light a bunch of spiderwebs on
that-
fire, for
that.
example?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to Miss
Fair.
Janet Hall's kitchen.
Just on the way back to the church,
yeah.
I think. Is probably a good
All
idea.
right. It's
It's a little out of the way, but
she has a collection of like all these kind of alchemical goods. It looks like it's almost like a laboratory inside of her shop. She will greet you. Let me give you a second here. I'm going to get a better description of her for you. She's like a squirrely woman, kind of frumpy, curly hair, very thick spectacles. She kind of wears these old robes covered in buckles that seem to hold them together and all kinds of strange zippers. She's very friendly. She's like, "Oh, hello, everyone. Oh, it's so nice to see you, to meet you. Yes, to meet you. I don't know if I've actually met you properly, but welcome. Is there anything I can get for you? I can take orders, and I do have a few things. Do you need I have this nice antitoxin. It's prepared already.
Health potion.
I do have 2 in stock still. The rest of them were taken by the military. All the soldier types, they needed them to heal their wounds, and I understand that, but I mean, but I do have 2 if you're looking for a couple. Though you know what? I've heard tale of you folks now. You did a good job for us, and I've heard that you're going to be going out and going on crazy adventures in the world. And I might have something for you that could help you out. Give me a second here. She's gonna kind of reach around and pull out and like, you can have
I like her.
this. This is my gift to you guys. I hope it can help you out. She gives you a healer's kit.
well, that's great. Tim is looking at Orin at this point, going like, "Is this person okay?" Like with his eyes, like, "Hmm."
Would you like me to hold on to that?
I openly say
What's...
to Tim,
Oh, sorry, go on.
too bad you didn't meet her a few days earlier.
Yeah. Would have gotten along really well. Rufus, what's your medicine at?
My medicine is +3.
Oh, then you take it.
Okay.
I may be proficient, but I'm also not wise at all.
And I've been rolling well with it.
The field.
Yeah,
man.
no, you take it.
All right. And do you want to purchase the 2 potions of healing? She'll sell them at base price. Which you do have. You do have each 200 gold from the Duke that you can spend on stuff.
Oh, okay. Then Yes. Who wants to take those? I probably shouldn't take those because I can heal otherwise.
I think
So
Orange should take at least one.
yeah, it's squishy.
Well, if I get knocked down, I can't use it. Just
I was
saying.
going to say that I should probably take the other one.
Yeah, that works because then we've all got some form of healing in some way, shape, or form. By the way, would this have counted as like over this time counted as a short rest in some way, shape, or form?
Sure, if you really want a short rest, you guys could have taken it during your
Thank you.
time here.
Does that...
I
How
have
does
my
that
lightning
affect,
breath back.
Matt, how does that affect my spells?
Not at all for your spells, because that's
Cool.
a long
Yeah,
Just
you have to
long
have a long
rest
rest.
That's
But
what I
he-
assumed.
I
Just
think he
wanted to
gets his
double check.
breath back.
Yeah, that's I get my breath attack back, which is what I was
Because
wanting.
it just means I don't have spells if we're going
Yeah.
down there. All I have is cantrips, which I will tell you right now, you've seen the only cantrip that is useful.
Hey, you can trip.
I can indeed trip.
You can arcane recovery, though, during your short rest to get back.
It's long rest, isn't
No,
it?
that's a short rest. You can get back some spells. You can get back
Yeah.
one level worth of spells, i.e., a first level spell.
Oh, okay. So like one of them, I could get back
Yes.
one of
Yeah.
them.
But
Yeah,
you,
one
can,
slot.
you can do that once per day with a short rest. To get some
Okay.
extra spell
Should I do that then? Probably.
Probably.
I would
yes.
do the non-fire spell.
I would-
that
I
way
would
you
think
have
smart.
diversity.
So you want me to have Thunderwave again, the one that almost killed all of
Well,
you.
I don't think he has to
It's
choose
not-
the spell. It's the slot.
yeah, it's a slot. It's
Yeah.
not
Oh,
older.
true.
True.
Yeah.
True. Okay. Then I'll do that. Do I click on it? Do I need to? Does it matter?
You just kind of like add a slot back on, as if you
Sure.
That's pretty much what it is. Do you want to go to anywhere else now that you've gotten the potions of healing?
Yeah, I mean, if we're already in the area, I would ask that we go to the spell shop since it's right here.
There's that in the general store right next to a store.
I'll go check the general store out while you check.
Okay.
Whoever wants to go to the spells can
If-
go to the spells.
If you're going to the general store, Tim would say, ask about large chains.
Okay.
Large
I
enough to
figured
hold
that's
in
what
one
you
of
wanted
those
me to
beasts.
check in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nokren will go to the general store as well.
Okay. So.
Usual split.
Yep. So
Yep.
so behind the counter of this place that's filled with all kinds of random goods, it's a general store. Of just like general junk.
Yep.
There's like a halfling behind the counter, seemingly up on like a large stool or something. He's like, "Oh, greetings! Oh, I know you folks. I know you folks. You're the folks that brought warning about the oncoming hordes. Excellent. I was hoping to see you. I have to thank you. You saved my life. I was going to be traveling that night, and if you hadn't warned the rest of us, I would have been out there when they attacked, and they would have just killed me on the way, on my road. I can't help thank you enough. Here. He'll get some things together. He'll give each of you an explorer's pack with 5 extra days of rations.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
How do I add that?
Well, if your friends stop by, I can give them the same.
We'll let them know.
Yes.
How do I get that?
You're
Because
just
I
gonna-
want it.
Yeah.
I just wrote it on my sheet.
Yeah. I will. I assume once you're done with your thing, I'll direct you just to run in and grab that.
Yeah.
But
what are you looking for by stopping by? I mean, gifts are nice, but
We were wondering if you might have any sturdy chains.
sturdy chains. I think I have a little bit of chain, but not a lot. Just average chain. I don't know if it's extra sturdy. Why are you looking for it?
Enough
need
to keep someone
something's-
restrained if we need to.
Yeah.
Oh.
Someone very strong.
Oh. I don't know if I have enough chain for that.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Thank you anyway.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna just browse around a little bit though.
Yeah. Not
Are
going to do
you
the same
looking
stuff.
for anything in particular? Just looking around.
I think Nokren is probably just looking around. I don't think there's anything particular he wants. He's thought about what he wants to get, and he's asked for it at the blacksmith. So.
You know what? I like you guys a lot. There might be something there might be something you can do for me.
Okay.
You see, this place is called JJ's, right? That's because there was an old owner of it, JJ, a friend of mine. He passed away, and I took over the building. I never found his safe in this place. It's supposed to be somewhere in here, but for some reason I've been unable to find it. I don't really... I mean, I don't know what he kept in there, but perhaps we can split it. There doesn't seem to be a great deal of need for extra cash right now, and, well, maybe perhaps when you return and you find some interesting things, you could stop by here first and sell them to me?
We can have a look at that, yeah.
A
So
little markup price to the rest of the people, but of course, you know, it's business and all.
we might be able to do that. So we're going to start... So you're asking us to look around the store?
Oh, yeah,
just to see if we can
see if you
find
can
it.
find it. I've been unable to find it.
Okay.
It'll just be some perception checks if you want to try to find
Yep.
it.
Yeah, I'll go for that. But also, do you possibly have any herbalism kit?
He does not have one in stock right now.
Yeah. Okay.
He does have a bunch of stuff here, but it's a lot of really cheap items, it looks like, you know? Like, basically, there's a lot of things that he's out of stock of.
How about rope?
Okay.
He can get some rope. Some hemp rope, yeah.
I think I have some
I mean,
rope.
the Explorer's Pack
Yeah,
that he
I-
gave you comes
yeah, I
with
was about to
some.
say.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, nah, I don't need more rope then. I already had some.
All of you will be getting some rope
Same.
for free.
I have
Yeah,
100 feet.
I need to go through like how much the Explorer. Yeah, I think I have 100 feet as well now.
You
I
guys
have
might
a double
already
Explorer's
yeah,
kit.
you might have 2 Explorer's Packs, so you have to figure out what you're doing with the other one and like leave some things back in your room or something. I don't know. Anyway, but
I
if
mean,
you guys,
yeah,
if you
some
guys
of the
wanna,
stuff is good that it's a duplicate. So
Yeah.
if you guys want to give me perception checks just to look around, or I'll take investigation checks too, like, you know, if you're looking into either.
I'll do perception.
I'll do investigation.
I'm better at perception.
Okay, Rufus, you'll find it. It's going to take you a little while of looking, but you're going to find a hidden catch. Inside are a strange-looking dagger, a map, and a note. The map looks to be of the central part of the castle. It seems to mark the dungeon, the cathedral, the guard tower, and the tavern. You recognize that the tower, Nokren, you recognize the tower is the one you got the stuff from.
Oh.
The note says, it's written in Halfling, which if none of you speak...
I can speak it.
Okay, I believe a few caches of goods can be acquired. Just wait till after the war to get them. Just have to wait till after the war to get them. Is basically what the note says.
What were the locations? So it was dungeon, tower.
Cathedral, which you all knew about, and the tavern is marked too.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay.
I call dibs on the tavern.
I mean, you've technically been to the other 3 places.
Yeah. Yeah. We haven't looked inside that door yet, so that's something to eventually get to.
I know that, like, you really were, like, directing us to that door, and then I was just like, nah, we getting
No,
the
that's
fuck
fine.
out.
No, the thing is, okay, that's fine. You can come back to it. The thing is, like,
Yeah.
it's what was going to happen in the door is very quick, and that's why I was trying to direct you towards it.
Oh.
But you can get it next time very quick, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Switching over to the shop, Vincent's Books and Scrolls. The 2 of you enter in, and a half-elf is behind it, looking very kind of like blasé and like a little bit unhappy. And as soon as you kind of stand in, he kind of like perks up a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, business. Excellent. Well, greetings. Welcome to the shop. Is there anything I can do for you?"
Yes. Hopefully.
Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of supplies right now. But, perhaps
Not really looking for supplies.
Oh, that's good. I only have a couple squirrels and a wand.
It's not like you said squirrels.
It did sound like you said squirrels.
Squirrels!
They ate all you see, they ate all the parchment. That's why I only have really this wand.
So, these scrolls, I am
yes.
curious about those. But we'll get to that in a moment.
Oh, okay, yes.
I have some questions first.
Mhm.
First and foremost, you're not the original owner of this shop, correct?
No. My great or great uncle, Vincent, wizard extraordinaire, was the one who owned this shop for many a year.
Did he know Marcades?
I don't know.
Fair enough. The reason why I ask is because I've heard tell that he might have had a laboratory somewhere within the city walls.
Yes, this is true. He was supposed
Are
to have
you aware of where that is?
Why would I have not been able to locate it. Thank you very much.
I ask not to insult. I'm sorry. That's not my intention. I simply ask as a learned man, a man seeking knowledge and power, a man seeking to explore the fascinations of the magical world. I'm sure that you yourself can appreciate that.
Actually, I can't. I'm not trained in spellcasting. I only inherited the shop. I only have
I'm
knowledge.
sorry to hear that.
I'm only knowledgeable about what all these things do. That I can tell you about.
That is knowledge.
But it's not skill.
Who needs skill when you have knowledge?
I like you.
While
That's a very good way of looking
they're
at it.
while they're having this little back and forth, I'm walking around the shop, like testing the floorboards, seeing if there's anything hollow.
You could either roll me a perception or investigation, your choice.
Investigation's better.
Okay.
You're not
Did not
wise
show
like
up?
me.
I clicked it.
It might be lagging. Mine did that before.
Yeah, I'm not getting it.
Oh,
Wait,
oh,
there
oh!
Yeah.
You
Um,
find a squirrel.
Did you like make a bunch of noise doing this then? Like,
I mean,
would-
he's like stepping on floorboards and stuff probably right now.
I'm just walking around.
Okay, because like if Tim noticed, he probably would investigate after the conversation, but would hold off first.
Okay.
I'm assuming that was unsuccessful.
That was unsuccessful.
Yeah. So at this point, Tim would continue talking and say, "Well, if you have knowledge, tell me about the spells that you do carry currently."
I don't have a great supply. I do have a couple of spellcasting associates within the parts of town who I'm hoping that will give me more supplies. But for now, I have 2 of Shield and 1 of Thunderwave. And if you should be one who has a great deal of money, I do have this Wand of Web. He's going to
You
kind
say
of like
wand of web.
Yes, Wand of Web.
Has anyone used that recently? Perhaps in the dungeon?
No. Why?
It's bad memory. That's all. How much for the wand, out of curiosity? I will tell you, I don't have as much money as I'm sure you're looking for, but just out of curiosity.
The cost of an uncommon magic item, which I can't tell you off the top of my head, I would have to give you the exact amount. But, you know.
I assume it's a lot, but
like, at least a couple thousand. He would
yeah,
part from
that's
from.
that's kind of what I was getting at. Is it's just more for my own curiosity.
Yes.
Um,
It's what he has in stock. Whether or not you
Right.
can actually get it right now is completely crazy.
I don't think I want it anyways after our last experience with webs. I think Tim would just be like, we're good.
Web trauma.
Yeah. So at this point, I would say, okay, well, I certainly don't want the wand right now, and I would be interested in one of the scrolls for shield, though.
Ah, yes. First level scrolls, you could probably part it for your 200. he'd be willing to part with one of the scrolls.
I'm not willing to spend that much just yet.
Okay.
Now that being said, I am currently also holding a quarterstaff that I'm not using.
Yes.
Would he be interested in purchasing that?
Not at all.
Not at all. Didn't think so.
Quarterstaff has value of like nothing.
That's what I figured, but I figured I'd ask.
Yes.
You never know.
Mhm.
And I'd want to prod a little bit and see, like, because he doesn't have an interest in magic specifically, he just has an interest in the knowledge. I'm wondering how much of an interest would he have in reading or looking at an ancient text?
Probably not a lot of. You get the feeling that though he's interested in the magical side of things, it sounds like he's more interested on the business of it.
So there's no way I'm going to be talking him down from that 200, huh?
Nope. He is a merchant through and through. You're assuming if he had any other family, they're probably really dead, and now he's the last of his family.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, like with most people in
fair
this
enough.
town, very few relatives are left alive.
Okay. Then in that case, I think I'll say I'm gonna keep that in mind, and I'll come back when I have the opportunity. Any information you have towards your great uncle's secret laboratory would be very welcome. Just as a matter of curiosity and knowledge.
It's supposed to be somewhere around this building, but...
And if we do find it, I would be happy to share the knowledge of what was inside with you. And if there are any goods that I don't need myself, I'd be happy to give them to you to resupply your stock.
Oh, excellent. Well, then, feel free to take a look around.
Thank you very much.
All right.
So at this point...
Yes.
We all
I'm
find
guessing...
him secret stashes.
It looks like, Oren, you got your... When you kept investigating, is that what you did?
It was the second roll that I clicked eventually popped up.
Okay, so Tim, now both of you roll me perception with advantage.
How do I do with advantage? Oh no, never mind. Figured it out. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Tim,
I don't even need to. I'm good. I'll be down
here.
here, guys. I'm not needed.
He's like, oh, under your left foot.
Yeah. So you investigate around a little while, and you manage to actually like find some hints of that. There's some kind of like secret catch, like some signs of it, and then you're like looking around. You actually find a secret passage. It's actually on the shop floor too.
Secret tunnel.
like
I
one of
was
these
right.
this one
I
shelf.
just couldn't
This one
find it.
shelf that's there slides out of the way, revealing like in kind of the wall that leads into the actual like castle wall a little bit is a ladder heading down. And behind the Anders behind the thing kind of like looks out over it and is like, I didn't see that coming.
It almost looks like you already knew it was there. You finish this conversation, walk over and just go.
That's what happened. I was like investigating as we were talking, is what was happening there, and they just, yeah, this is it. This is the spot. I just wanted to make sure that he didn't have like, a safe behind there or something that I was just going to be rude about, So, but yeah, no problem. Apparently.
You got 2 20s in a row because of the advantage. So.
Yep.
All right, then.
So I think at this point, like, I'd look over it and I would turn to Oren and say, after our last adventure down in somewhere, I think we should grab our companions before we enter.
It's only a secret laboratory of a possibly crazed wizard. There won't be any traps or evil.
I'm just saying the last time I went down into one of these, I lost my mind. So I'd really rather not.
They are next door, also.
Yeah.
They're right there. We would be fools not to grab them.
All right.
I walk to... Are the walls, like, adjoined, or is there a
They
alleyway?
technically are adjoined, but they aren't, like, super thin walls either. Like, in this central part here, there's a lot of stone and wood, so they're well-built buildings in this area.
So he couldn't
Is it
just
wood?
knock on the wall and be like, guys,
No.
guys,
No.
mom's asleep, come hang out. Anyways, you know.
I like the idea of you just walking in, and we've got our head in like a hole in the wall. It's like, huh?
Excuse me,
don't-
Nokren, did that picture just look at you, funny?
Don't go down there. Crazy
You'll
wizards.
likely die if you go down there.
Oh,
We'll be right back.
I guess I should probably introduce myself. Ansel
Please do.
Anders the Third.
The third.
Yes. My father was actually the one that inherited this shop. He, well, rest his soul, gave it to me, before, well, he wanted me to learn some business on my own.
Well, it seems you're doing a very good job.
Well,
The last businesses around.
yes, family business has to be rebuilt from someplace.
Most certainly.
I'm already out the door.
Yes.
And going.
Out of
to get-
game, they just put a question about mine. Wasn't it his uncle that originally owned the shop?
Great
Yeah.
great uncle.
Oh, great. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never
So
mind.
it was like the
'Cause I'm like,
great
wait a
uncle
minute.
to his father, and then he's,
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Because I was like, if it was just his uncle
Yes.
with both brothers named second and third.
No. No, Ansel Anders the Second inherited the shop, but didn't take it over, and gave it to his son when he, for whatever reason. Anyway, you'll easily be able to pick up the other two, and you can go down in the ladder if you wish to. Then we can.
I would like as soon as they walk in, I'm like, Explorer pack free, take.
Ah.
Yes.
And we would go over and grab that,
Yes.
presumably, and,
Yes.
and then come back.
Also, dagger. I don't know what it looks like. There was apparently
Why
a
do
dagger.
you- Why do you have a dagger?
It looks like it's
I
kind of
thought
like
you preferred-
the metal itself looks almost black.
I'm gonna point to the hole in the wall where there's a secret safe that's now open. We found it.
Did you
Also,
bring
we
it
have
up
this
with
map.
the shopkeeper?
She asked us to find it.
It was a he technically,
Yeah.
but
Oh, he.
Oh,
Sorry.
yes.
He asked us to find it. My
he's
bad.
like, "Hey guys,
Hi.
he asked us to
you're
to
all
find
wonderful, excellent."
Tim,
We should
at this
have a
point, would
party
be
some
looking
point in
very,
time.
very quizzically.
I'd
at
give him a
this-
thumbs
at
up.
this
We should
young
have a
half
party.
man.
Ooh.
Just
Hey, it's nice to hang out with some of my own size.
Yeah. Also, we found this map that has the list of like caches. We've already found one of them, in I think. Wait, I wouldn't know about the church one. So we've already found one of them.
You know the
Uh,
castle one.
Yeah, there's the one that's registers the dungeon. I assume that's that door we'll go back to. Yeah.
Okay, we found a secret tunnel that leads to a secret laboratory of a powerful wizard.
Did no one check this town? Like,
I think
no one is investigating anything in this town.
maybe perhaps what the issue was is that
War broke out.
people were more
Oh,
focused
yeah.
on staying alive.
That's fair.
What
But
I will
these
say
items
is,
might be useful for war.
And there's a lot of interesting history that's been written into this place that you guys will probably never learn.
yeah,
Yeah.
Usual with any kind of RPG that you have like the writing up. It's like you write out the interesting history, and no one ever really learns it.
yeah.
Might eventually, if we're stuck here long enough.
That's true.
Now- Ansel here has been kind enough to allow us to search through his shop to find this laboratory. In exchange, we'll be helping him resupply with anything that's in there that we don't need. So,
Okay.
how are you guys feeling about doing a little bit of exploring?
I'm tired of going down holes.
I pull out the razor. Let's do it.
All right. Going
Third
down
time's the charm.
going down the ladder,
Yep.
you'll find yourself in a hallway. There's
Oh,
a door.
ladder. Put down.
Wait. Before that happens,
Uh huh.
is it dark down there?
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
going to light a torch and drop it.
Okay.
Oh no! Spider.
Oh, it's
Fire doesn't light anything on fire this time.
You know,
And-
next time.
at- at him doing
Just
this, Tim would look at you and say, "Have you learned nothing?"
He has light
Fire is our-
magic
I was about to say he can do light magic, like
that can
why-
move
I
and not catch things on fire.
Fire's
Rufus,
our friend. And I start down the ladder.
I mean,
Rufus, I appreciate that you are very, very good at medicine. Please leave the fire to me.
At this point, I'm not sure I appreciate that he's good at medicine.
oh god.
And I'd follow down the ladder at this point.
No,
Right.
follow as well.
There's a hallway that goes forward for a little while and turns to the left. There's a door on that same left wall. So you kind of
I'd like to cast dancing lights again, just to.
So like, as you were going down the small hall, you'd come to the door first and then the turn.
I want to check the door for traps.
All right, go ahead. Roll me perception.
Good choice.
That's a performance.
Well,
You dance your
we're
way
right
over
next
to
to
it.
each other.
You dance your
Oh.
You don't find anything. You dance your way over the door. You don't really see anything.
I'm gonna grab him back from the door, and then also check the door for traps, and get Orn to check the door for traps too.
Uh-huh.
I am not fucking around in this laboratory. This is like my worst fear is that we open that door and it just explodes the entire lab. It's not about saving us, it's about saving the lab at this point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See, Nokren is
So-
terrible at this stuff, so he's gonna sit there, watch you guys, and wait
Oh,
for the
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
I rolled
Tim.
with advantage there. That's
I'll just
my
take the
bad.
first roll if it would come
Yeah,
up.
Tim.
just one low. It's 13.
Yes.
Tim,
Okay.
could you possibly see if there's any magic stuff around?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Yeah,
None of you see anything?
I don't know.
Wait a second. How long
Nothing
does this
seemed magical.
last?
He was wondering if you could cast Detect Magic out of character.
How long does Divine Sense last?
I
I don't see a time on it.
think. Let me check Divine Sense.
Because like it just says all of that.
Yeah. Where are you? Divine
Oh,
Sense?
until the end of your next turn, so not that long, like 6 seconds.
Nope.
It's at 12.
Well, when you're not,
but-
when you're not in battle.
12 seconds.
It would be like, you could be like, is that undead? And that's kind of what it is. It's like, and then I
Yeah,
could be like,
yeah.
no. Or
No.
yes. Anyway,
Okay, so Nokren's just
no.
waiting for you guys.
you
to
don't
give the
find anything on the
go-ahead.
door. It's just a door.
Good news.
Do
Is
I
it
open
unlocked?
Yes.
Okay.
I would be the one to open it in this case.
Okay.
Yeah.
This room
Step
appears
back.
to have probably been some kind of library. Unfortunately, it looks as though the majority of books have rotted away and deteriorated, with being just kind of sitting underground in, disuse. Though it looks like there's a few that are still probably readable. It's basic, knowledgeable books on Arcana. If you had a library somewhere, you could perhaps add them to it.
We do kind of, don't we? Mercedes has his. Like, I mean, I'd be happy to bring them back
castle
to.
technically has one that you actually walked by like 4 times because it's right all the way to the dungeon.
So
mean,
I'm assuming that I would have noticed that
yes.
if I had been actually
the door was
listening
probably
to you.
open, and I didn't bother mentioning it because it didn't really matter. I think I mentioned
Oh,
that there was
okay.
a library briefly last week anyway.
Okay, I
it's
wouldn't
a
have
mess.
remembered from last week.
I mean, the library's a mess, so it'd be really hard to use now. It's like the books are disarrayed, out of order kind of thing. It's a
So-
pile of stuff. It's not as bad as Mercedes' place, but
Okay.
it's different kinds of books. But it's like a generalized library. But if
Would I be able to bring them back there?
sure,
And
Yeah.
okay.
you can
Then
discover them if you want to. Effectively, what it would do is if you're going to make an Arcana check using the library, you get a +1 bonus.
oh,
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
So right now, while those books are in there, is this technically a library that I could use an Arcana check for the general area and get a +1 bonus?
You could make an Arcana check. And it would just
I'm
be an
assuming it's
Arcana check.
not going to result in anything, though.
No, it's what would you just an Arcana check right now? No. It's
Yeah.
like- and
It's an
besides
8.
that would
These
take
books,
That would also
books
take like
are-
hours of research too. So.
Oh, we're
You
not doing
research
none
none
of that.
You do the hours of research. You like these books are about
books.
magic.
Yeah, meanwhile, Nokren just sleeps in the corner.
We don't worry. We weren't there for hours. It was very much just a quick cursory glance. Just they're about magic. Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
We'll
Okay,
bring those back to
So,
library. We'll
um,
research.
I was about to say, are you grabbing those and putting them into your pack, or are we picking those up on the way out?
It depends how many there are. I think if it's
A
if it's a
decent amount.
reasonable amount.
So you probably don't
Oh.
want to hack it. You probably just want to like kind of
Probably send some people.
Yeah, maybe not send some people. You guys
think
could probably
we can
carry
grab
them
them on
all,
the way back.
but you just probably have to like actually plan to grab them on the way out. Because
Oh,
we'll,
okay.
we'll do that.
it's like
then.
an
That's
awkward stack of
yeah.
books each of you would have, kind of thing.
right. Then we'll hold off
There's
for
a
now.
stack as big as me.
All right.
The one I
There
carried
doesn't seem
would
to be
be.
other exits out of this room, so you can exit out and head down the hall, which, as I said, kind of turns to your left, and you can see that at the end of the hall, there's a door on the left and a door on the right.
I'll search for traps on the left.
Okay.
Warren, do you want to search for traps on the right?
Yeah, if you'd like to help me.
I will help. Yeah.
Okay.
Do I see any traps?
No.
Damn.
That's with advantage, everyone.
Oh my
clicked the thing.
god.
No, helping is different.
I know. I knew what you meant. I just clicked it anyways by mistake. I was literally just hovering over it and my mouse clicked.
You want
I'm
me to
sorry.
check your door too?
Yes,
Um,
please.
Considering the old man is getting in the way constantly.
I fell on you once.
Can
Neither,
so was
neither
it?
seem trapped.
Okay.
Are they unlocked?
Yes.
Are these doors made of wood as well? Just standard?
Just standard doors.
Do they light on fire now?
No, very suspicious.
I just push open the one on the right.
The one on the right seems to lead to some kind of laboratory.
Found
It's
it.
in disarray. It's filled with a lot of broken equipment, remains of tables and chairs. There's shadowed mess, metal pieces all over the place. There does seem to be another room at the back of here. But other than that, just a cursory glance looks a lot of destroyed stuff in here.
I'll look at the door in the back.
Interesting. What destroyed it?
The shakes.
That's what I'm worried about.
Oh,
with
the shakes. Yeah.
Door looks fine.
Oh no. I don't know about that. Let's hold
Oh,
off
no.
on this room for a minute.
I
Let's
push open the left door.
Thank you.
It seems to be like an old storage room. Nothing
Great.
seems of value seems to have been left in there.
Great. Fantastic. I guess we're going into the creepy room with all the broken glass.
I walk into the back
Nokren's
room.
literally holding his greatsword because he has nothing else to do. He's just holding the greatsword ready for something.
Can I can I like look around the room and see like what exactly this stuff is?
Sure.
Are there any sconces on the walls?
Probably.
I'm gonna put some torches in them and light it so we can actually see
Oh.
in here properly.
I mean I have
He
the
has
dancing
lights.
lights coming with me, but
Dance
yeah.
okay.
lights sparkle though.
They do.
Okay.
They're gonna show a lot of shadows as well.
Okay.
Fair,
You'll take a look around, and a lot of it seems destroyed, though you can find a couple of alchemical tools that probably not good on their own. Maybe can be sold to someone for a little bit of cash.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll take those and
You estimate maybe like 50 gold pieces worth of rare alchemical stuff.
Ooh.
You also will
There
find
might be someone in the
two-
town who might like that.
2 intact scrolls and 2 vials, which seem intact.
so I'm taking the scrolls myself. I wanna look and see what's on them.
Uh-huh.
Right away.
I think for reading a scroll, I'd have to look up the check for that. I have to remember. I don't think there's a read magic anymore. I think it's just a.
I think it's Arcana check.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You
Where are
can
those 20s now?
You can also, I think, spend a long rest with them to figure out what they are.
So I'm assuming I didn't get them from that.
Nah, you just take a look
No.
over and you're like, it's hard to tell what they are. Just with a quick
I'll figure
glance.
that out
Yeah.
later, basically.
The 2 vials can be easily identified just from like some cursory knowledge. One seems to be a vial of acid, and the other seems to be a vial of alchemist fire.
Okay.
Ooh.
Vial of acid, you
Yes.
said,
Yes.
and an alchemist vial.
Yeah.
What? I'm
You chuck them
sorry,
at people. You chuck them at
Fire
people.
and
got
acid.
Yeah.
Got it.
One burns
Um,
people, the other melts them with acid.
And
Also good for locks.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. I would turn to everybody and say, well, I want to hold on to these scrolls, certainly. I want to investigate them first, and then possibly, if I don't need them, bring them back to Ansel. And allow him to sell them in the shop, should he need it. Not that there are that many magic users in town, but at the very least, give the man his business for allowing us into this, well, squalid laboratory. But apart from that, I'm sure we could find someone who would find more use out of those vials than he would. He doesn't seem to be the type of salesman who sells those things.
They could be helpful in a pinch.
Would you like to keep them?
Sure.
Okay.
I imagine throwing them as dex stuff, so you should take that, not me.
I wasn't about to. I don't know if Orn wanted them at all, but no interest.
Orn, do you want one of them?
No.
Okay.
All yours.
What do you guys say we take a look at that door back there?
Well, I didn't notice anything on it.
I'm still holding the greatsword like, yep.
Well, you've been reliable so far. I go and push open the door.
Okay. The room appears to be a small bedroom.
Okay, so we don't need to roll for initiative, is what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
Is there a bed?
There is indeed a bed.
That is part of having a bedroom.
Yes.
Well, I didn't know if it might be disintegrated by age.
No, it's pretty good in here. Only partially disintegrated.
Is there an actual mattress?
Probably like a straw mattress or something.
I want to check the walls.
I
in
can't
the...
flip the mattress in.
If you're checking around the walls, give me a perception check then.
Okay.
I'm good for nothing else. I might as well investigate the room if that's okay.
Sure.
I'd like to do the same.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay down on the bed.
All right.
Oh!
All right, Tim.
Welcome back, 20.
You find a pile of spiders.
So Tim, looking around, you will notice first off that apparently with Orm on the bed, you notice that there actually is a little chest under the bed.
Of course, I was checking out what Orn was doing on the bed. Of course.
And then investigating around also, you find strange kind of like scuff marks on part of the floor near one of the walls.
Oh, good.
I'm going to check for
Secret
traps.
tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking for traps.
Okay.
Do I get
He
to tell
hasn't
something?
said anything yet, thank you.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So, it
I
appears
guess I
that
didn't notice any
there's
scuff marks.
some scuff marks here we might want to consider. Also, Orn, would you please get off the bed?
You can see it, Rufus.
Why? Is there a chest under there to loot?
Yes, there is, actually.
Oh. I can wait.
Does it look like there's some kind of trigger for the wall, or does it look like it's just a push?
It looks like there's some kind of trigger with it that you'd have to perhaps disable.
In other words, it's trapped.
No, in other words, you need thieves' tools to unlock the door.
Ah, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I
That's
can
a
do
It looks
that.
like there probably was some kind of device that would function as a key, and you do not have a key.
Okay.
I'm going to
I
start
have
with
had a rough day, Tim. Let me have this.
You can probably get the chest out without getting him off the bed. I
was about to
it's
say.
not like
Nokren's going to start trying to kick it out from underneath the bed.
you can easily kick it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Even if you accidentally kick the bed a few times, I just blank face nope.
So at this point, I'd bend down and take a look at the chest. I'd want to take a look at it. And is it particularly complex? Is it something that I would?
It's not.
No.
Doesn't seem to have a lock on it at all. It's just like a chest to hold some stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna open it.
All right.
Mimic,
Inside,
we're all dead.
yeah. Inside, there appears to be 2 scrolls and a book.
Great. I'm gonna take them.
Okay.
I'm not gonna look through them right now.
Mhm.
I'm actually gonna put them right in my back.
Okay.
So you said that's a dex check, right? Plus
Uh,
proficiency.
there is also a small iron key in here.
Oh, I'm gonna
Oh.
hand that key over to Rufus.
He's like
As
getting
he's
out his
looking at the
thieves'
wall.
tools.
It does
Oh,
not
oh.
match that.
Nice, but I can't use it at the moment.
I'm gonna take the key back and I'm gonna hold on to it for the time being.
Okay.
It is Dex plus proficiency.
Yeah, Dex plus proficiency, thieves tools. You're like,
I don't think a 7 did it.
no, you're like, I'm having some trouble with this.
I stand up. Fine. And I walk over and kind of nudge him out of the way.
I'll assist you.
Oh, you'll assist me, okay.
He did
Thank
try
God.
it out, yes.
Well, better.
Okay, that gives you what?
18 in total.
Okay.
We learned from our mistakes.
Yes, sure. You will have a clicking noise.
I leave the torque in there, back away, get back on the bed. You can do the rest.
Okay.
At this point, Tim would step in and say, "Have you checked if it's trapped or not?"
I will check.
The answer's no.
Fuck!
Looks fine.
I'm gonna trust him because I'd have no reason.
Yeah,
not
we
to.
have had a reason not to.
Is the door like it has? Am I gonna have to move it? Does it look like something Nokren will
It
have to
looks
move?
like something, the way it's made, it looks like any of you can make it.
Oh, okay.
I'll just
Probably
lean
the
against
weak
it slightly.
wizard who owned the place made it so that he could push it out.
Oh,
when
yeah,
it was
good
unlocked.
point.
Yes.
Of
I'll lean
course,
against
he had
it
to be
slightly.
a weak wizard. Can't have no buff wizards, huh,
I mean,
Tantus?
the guy was like, he was like an ancient half-elf. He was like really old for half-elves when he was still alive in this place. So yes, he lost all his strength that he may have had in his youth.
I lean against it.
Okay, it opens up. So this to me looks like some kind of maybe would have been closest you could say to a treasure room. But you can tell a lot of the things in here are just sentimental items. You know, like,
That's great.
you know, nice
Ooh,
looking
bronze
pictures.
booties.
Yeah. Nothing of real value, but there is a chest in the one corner. In amongst the
Does it
sentimental
look like a key
items.
fit in it?
No. But it does look locked.
I will check it for traps.
Okay. No.
Better.
Tantus.
Yes.
When I walk in, I'm just gonna go and pick up an object at random.
Okay. Sure. I
You-
will
yeah.
figure out what you take.
Okay, cool.
Alright, you will open it. You find some coinage, a vial, a potion, and a wand.
I will hand the vial, the potion, and the wand over.
Well, no, a potion and a... not a vial. I mean a potion
Ah.
and a wand. And a bunch of money. There seems to be 35 gold pieces and 58 silver pieces in here.
Nice.
To the victor go the spoils.
Mhm.
I would take a look at the wand.
You can roll
'Cause,
an
I
Arcana
mean-
check on me.
Yeah.
See if you can recognize it just off the bat. Okay, you take a quick look at it, kind of looking it over. It is a wand of magic missiles.
Ooh,
Very nice.
Okay. Cool.
that is very nice.
Yes.
How do you determine what a potion is, though?
Probably the same thing. You know, kind of like it's really supposed to be like you can either spend some time like trying tasting it or something, or you could probably go to someone like I'll say like you could probably go to.
There's a potion seller in town.
Yeah, there's a potion seller.
Yeah.
Taste it.
You
Chug it now.
Where's Grits when you need her?
Tastes like
She'll
cherries.
taste anything.
Tastes like cherries.
Tastes like cherries. Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, it tastes like burning.
It tastes like burning.
Burning
Um,
cherries.
So, at this point, Tim would kind of look around and kind of say, well, all of this sentimental stuff may not necessarily mean anything to our shop owner upstairs. He doesn't really seem to have too much care for history, but legacy might be something he has an interest in. It might be worthwhile to bring him at least some of these trinkets and let him know that there are more down here.
Okay. Anything in particular you think I should take? Oop.
Oh, Joe.
Oop. Oop.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It messed with everybody's pictures. Yay!
Yep.
Wait, no, he's back.
Hey.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know why that closed.
I don't know.
That's okay.
Well, I don't particularly know that anything in here is more sentimental than anything else to him. All we can say is that it appears to be random junk. and we don't need it.
That's true. Then Nokren's just gonna grab a couple more random things.
Okay.
And then, I'll grab 2 more random things. I'll say.
And you're gonna give them to the guy upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we've hit 11, so why don't we end it here? You guys have explored mostly of 2 of the places. You've learned of another place. You've asked around town. You still have some places to check out, but hopefully you can knock a couple of them out real quickly next time, so we can.
Well, we also just have to stop in at the dungeon again. Like it's
stopping at the dungeon. The things you had to do in the cathedral were very small too. And then you only have 2 other locations you've learned of if you really want to check them out.
Yeah,
And we have to
crypt,
deliver
we
the
need
body
dump
to
a
the
body.
crypt.
Yeah.
Well, the crypt is
Well,
one of
and
the
then-
2 locations.
that's what.
Okay,
yeah.
Because remember, you can also see if there's anything in the crypt. Too.
Just
True.
a
Haven't.
note. I'm assuming we're also bringing the books out
Yes.
when we come through
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And we'll also, I think, at that point, let the shopkeeper know that, hey, we have these books. If there are any that you'd like to sell in the shop before we put them in the library,
What
I
about
think
when
we
it
should
comes
give
to-
him that.
Books. He's more, like potions, scrolls, wands.
it's
things like
more just we wanted to give him an option and
Yes.
let him know that that's
That's fine.
mostly what was down there. I'm not
What
going to
about
let
the
him know
chest
about the
of
wand
cash?
or the scrolls.
that. We found a chest of
Yeah.
cash.
Yeah, like we're not telling him anything about that stuff. We're just saying, hey, it was really just a library and then broken vials, mostly.
I'm gonna also show him the random
sentimental
sentimental
things,
junk.
yeah.
And, like
They do.
there's a whole pile of it down there. Might wanna go through it.
He'll take a look through it.
These are your dad's booties.
That's probably not accurate, but okay.
Persuasion.
Okay. Are you guys gonna rest in between sessions yet, or are you gonna still push on?
I think we'd
I-
probably
I-
drop the stuff off at the library and then go to have a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what time of day is it at this point?
You can't tell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. How many
But it's
hours have we
been-
been going?
It's been a long
while.
time.
It's
Yeah.
been a
We'll
while.
probably take a rest then.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll have a sleep at the
Then
time.
I will reveal a couple of things to you right now. So, you do not know about the dagger. It doesn't seem to have anything special magical about it. But I will tell you, Tim, you will be able to identify the scrolls and the potion. You could probably go to Janet and get it. It's potion of heroism.
Ooh, that's good.
Yes.
I like heroism.
And the scroll,
Auto-heal.
the 2 of the scrolls that you found originally were color spray and alarm, but you also found scrolls of magic, missile, and sleep. And the book you found in his chest appears to be what's left of his spell book. It looks as if some kind of infestation got into it, but there's a couple of spells left in it that you could copy. Identify, Unseen Servant, and Longstrider.
That's okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna need you to like write that shit
Yes.
down for me.
Also,
Yeah, thank you.
Nokren, you feel as
Yeah?
though you're getting closer to that great sword.
Ooh, okay.
It's a
Ooh,
bonded
okay.
item.
Yep.
Sorry, continue.
You're getting married to it.
You feel as though perhaps you have a slight advantage on attacks and damage with it.
Nice.
Okay.
In other words, it's +1.
Yes, a +1 mithril.
Do I feel any closer to
Okay.
these arrows?
No.
No.
The arrows are just arrows.
So it's +1 damage, was it? So I can
And
put the
attack.
thing
and
And
attack.
attack.
and attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually like, technically speaking, the sword probably one time had a name to it, but that name has been lost to history.
Yes.
Well, didn't we give it a name last time?
I don't know, but now you could.
That's the big
I was
one.
fairly-
It's, I think, what we
It was the
called
big one. It was the big
The
one.
big
Oh,
one.
yeah.
I'm okay with that. The big one.
Yeah.
So you tried to slip that savage one, the big one?
Yes, I was.
Oh, my God.
Tried.
And
I tried-
now
I tried
we
and failed.
exit stage left.
All right, everyone. Why don't you give information about who you are, where people can find you over the course of this week, etc., etc. We'll go in our same order. Tesh, what do you got for us?
So I am the Tesh Tube, which is just the name you see there with the and tube around it, and I'm that on everything: YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And now Instagram.
Ooh.
Cool. Joe.
You'll see me on Saturday.
Yeah.
On this channel.
Yep. Hey. Cool. Tiff.
Hi. I'm gonna be gone all weekend because Ninja Sex Party concert. It's glorious.
Just take concert out of there and just say because of Ninja Sex Party.
I mean,
No.
Winter.
WinterBear Games. WinterBear Games on Twitch. WinterBear pretty much everywhere else. Twitter is where you can keep up to date with me for the most part. That's where I hang out most of the time. And that's actually a weird one. It's WillGraham_WBG.
Cool. As usual, I'm Tantus Dracovin. I am the DM here. All my links are down below. I have my normal schedule there too. We'll be back next week where we'll hopefully finish up all the exploration of the castle and actually start having them head out into the wilds and learn what's out that way. I mean,
we're just gonna hang here.
I mean, you guys had more adventures here than I thought you could, so I was happy to in a way.
I'm very happy to continue to
I want to find
explore
some more
the castle.
spider web.
No.
Get more spider web.
No.
More.
It's like you guys have like the most epic conversations about all these things, and I love it. I love it. Anyway, okay, everyone. Thank you for joining us. The VOD will be up over the course of the week on my YouTube channel if you guys didn't catch all of it, or you could just watch it here a little later on the Twitch stuff. Your choice. And we'll see you all here next week, and Rachael should be returning to join us, so we'll find out what's been going on with her character a little bit too. So
She's gonna wonder what the fuck happened to us.
oh my god, really, really, really wonder what the fuck happened to all of you guys. But anyway, thank you all for joining. See you all next time. Goodbye!